going to be important. I'll start in like a few minutes. I just need to get my notes gathered and just quickly get shit done because everything is going on at the moment. It's like fucking hectic. I've got breakfast sitting right in front of me as well. Like fucking
Take your
terrible.
time. I'll make sure the boys are squared away on this end here.
Okay. Can you just make sure that all the recruits are squared away with their loadouts and that they're slotted into the squad somewhere?
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah, what's up? Okay. No, actually, keep over beside Foley Highland. We're gonna put someone in the second fire team probably.
Hey Smith.
Hmm.
Flighting because you have a squad.
Yeah, you got a squad XML on. You gotta go into your profile and then unit tab. Turn that off.
All I can say is I didn't turn it on, but I'll try. See you in a bit.
Hey, Galloway.
Pardon.
Oh, what's up?
I've got a question.
Sure.
Why are you so homoerotic?
Dude, I don't know, man. I just love it.
Alright.
Can everybody do me a favor? Hold tab and go to fucking quarter bar.
Based.
Dwight.
Cardado, I heard you say my name. I'll just be with you for a second.
Who said the white?
Yeah, I just want to say we should run through the champ thing again.
Yo, Cardante, could you
I know,
shift your team to the left a little bit, just so we can slide one in for first team?
Tran just went AFK, so he will shift left when he gets back.
No problem.
Well, you could just
Yeah,
have
apologies. It's going to be a late start today because we're trying to get
Here,
everything in order. Tony sort of noted about us
change
like
your color to red
late
and
today,
slide yourself
or
right
not
in there
coming
beside
today, so
Dwight.
just trying to get things in order.
Welcome to first team there, buddy.
Do you think I could take him prisoner and just move him?
Yeah,
I think you could. I mean, if you don't mind siding between us,
yeah, that's what I
Cardante,
was.
you could.
That was my initial thought, but that's okay.
Oh God,
Wow. Okay.
What's up, man?
you're strong, eh?
Well, okay.
Go back.
Fuck me, I guess.
Then you guys will get the next one.
Dwight, where's Landry?
I think.
I'm here. I'm right here.
Oh, yes, excellent. You are cool. You two touch my penis and join the group.
Oh, great.
That's a helmet and a half. Landry, change your color to blue.
How do you do that again?
Someone tell this man what's the default self-interact key.
Left control and Windows key, and then go to team management.
There we go. Yeah, and then change your color to blue. And then third team, if you guys could shift to the left just one space, so we could slide one last guy in here.
Third team, slide down one.
Oh, am I gonna have to move him again?
Oily Highland.
Highland, come on.
No, we're good. We're good. All right. No second stay. No Dwight stay. No.
Oh shit.
This guy's joining you guys.
Oh.
Go shoulder to shoulder with Nodowitz here. And you can close it up, Highland. Shift back to the right.
Yeah, this Mechanike Mega Mix Sour pack is fucking delicious. Highly recommended.
Oh, there's my boy Knox.
Oh shit. Well then, if that's the case, then we gotta take. Well, yeah. All right. Landry, change your color off of blue. Second fire.
Alright.
Okay.
Alright, what color?
Just give us a second.
We'll get Landry and Rosengart. Expo, can you take those two gentlemen with you? Or is Expo here today?
He's in the channel. He's not down here right now.
Okay. Are you guys free MGs without Expo, or are you guys currently 3 MGs right now?
No, 3 without Expo.
Yeah, 3 when he gets here.
Okay. I'll give you guys 2 guys, so if you guys want to run 2 guns today, you can do.
We'll probably go with 1.
Why did Knox spawn down here? Oh, never mind.
Everyone else is recruit.
It just spawns him down here, then it moves him up.
This has to be the
I'll give you guys those 2 guys.
main
some
body check
ammo,
then.
But if you guys want to run 2 guns or 1 gun today, that's perfectly up. Oh, excuse me.
Alright then.
Alright, so Landry and Rosengart, are you guys here?
So, yeah. Leave the line, Landry.
Okay, go ahead and fall out of the line, and go ahead and go with the MGs, and go ahead and MGs if you want to join the squad. Stay next to me. If you noticed, I turned on the ACE setting so that it actually sorts by fire team now.
It's my boy.
That's amazing. Perfect.
Yeah.
Oh, that's why it's so well organized. Hell yeah.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
nice.
Hell yeah.
Can I check this out real quick?
Hey, so
No, you're a pilot.
Yeah.
You abandoned us.
so
Hey, Pete.
Yep.
Hey, where do you want me to tell Mox that he's going when he gets in? You guys
Zane.
know?
We're full.
No, I mean like.
Okay, just making sure.
I don't know anything bigger.
Mono can rock with rockets today, brother.
He said Mox
I was
going
going
rockets.
Yeah, he can go rockets
Okay,
today,
cool,
brother.
thanks. I just want to let him know so he knows where he's going when he gets here.
Dude, my setup is so jank right now.
Where's Rosengut?
Around over here.
Guard and Landry are back there.
Okay, yeah. Go ahead and make sure you set yourself to yellow. And Landry, make sure you set yourselves to yellow.
Rockets is yellow, right?
Yeah, rockets is yellow as well. Weapon pretty much yellow, yeah.
You know, they can't add any more colors because that's stupid.
Yeah, I don't.
Damn, where's my pink fightings when I need it?
Hey, more colors here.
Yep.
Or your purples.
Christ.
It's all about that fuchsia.
Gotta love a good purple, you know.
Now, are we talking about the light purple, or are we talking about like the deep royal purple?
Both of them, man.
We're talking
I'm a
like
big fan of chartreuse, brother.
Just look at
talking
these
like
photos,
maybe
too.
chartreuse.
Look at it, it's beautiful.
That's almost like a fuchsia, though.
Yeah.
Fast, low, chartreuse.
It's
If
definitely fuchsia minus like a little bit of the red. Like
it's a Yeah.
it's a blue fuchsia, if you will.
Yeah, no, I could agree to that. It's not a true purple.
Dildo popping out.
Yeah, either that or the butt plug.
God
Not too
damn,
late,
dude.
man.
Why do we gotta bring
Pile of
moms
money
into this?
I like hot single moms.
We know
I'm
none
married
of you
to-
guys are good enough for moms. At the most, you guys have
married to a-
stepmoms.
Now, Alan, we're both telling you.
Kyle and roll on your mom.
You can't be
Dildo
married to
popping
a
out your mom.
be married to a single mom.
I don't want pictures of your mom. I want pictures
That
of
moment
Just
when
looked it up and chartreuse is like a completely different color. It's like green.
that moment when your mother fist bumps with Samuel L. Jackson for being Mace Windu for having purple lightsabers.
Okay. Just gonna finish this one class.
Me when your mom.
Young, can you do me a favor and get a picture of all this? Of us lined up?
I can't after I'm done setting up stuff.
Cringe.
Do you not want a mission? Why did I hear the
Was that a
Pornhub
porn
thing?
Yeah, that was.
He heard Dildo got ready for it. He had to pull up for that minute.
I mean, if you're not watching porn while you fucking play with the boys, you're really playing with the boys.
What do you think I'm doing on flying?
3-5 movie night win.
Huh?
No, not
What?
Hell no, I'm with the boys.
What movie are we gonna watch?
No.
Why are you like this?
God has forsaken us, honestly.
For real?
I'm gonna play my MOBA.
Every day we first through
Dude, I think the most authentic thing we do is talk about dicks and formation. What?
I mean, that's a very guy thing to do.
You ever play hockey, bud?
We're not Canadian. Well, only one of us is.
I mean,
You do know America has more hockey teams than Canada, right?
America's like way bigger.
What's a
I guess
hockey?
it tracks.
Who
The
plays
majority of
football?
them are filled with Canadians and Russians. Hey,
Please don't play that.
Whoever's doing that, pipe it down now. Like, refrain from playing anything on your microphone like that.
People record, they'll get like a strike.
Yes, and I am actively streaming right now.
Damn it, Galloway.
I don't want anybody getting a
Could you get-
strike, man.
Could you get a strike playing Sog Brayfire music? Cause they got some fucking banging tracks, guys. I mean,
Nah, man, I'm pretty sure all of those are, like, you can't get
YouTube
DMCA'd.
doesn't give a shit.
Have you
YouTube will
guys-
just fuck it regardless.
is there any
Well,
music?
let's ask Savage Gamers right now. Hey, Savage.
I know y'all ain't making money.
Do we
Come
have
on now.
permission?
Actually, it's
Man, if you use the music, you shouldn't get a copyright strike or anything because you paid for the game.
Gavin, it has something with like us making money. It's the fact that you just can't use it regardless. They don't give a shit if you make money or not.
They advertise on the
Well,
video.
I
Try to
play.
pay for it, you
They just don't give you any money if you're not.
No, you
like,
pay for it if you bought
Actually,
it.
they'll just put ads
no,
on top of
he
your.
gave me my copy.
Hey.
What?
Oh yeah, look
You're
at
not.
that.
He gave me my copy of Song.
Wait a minute. Hey,
I
let's
say
all
not allowed to use
refund.
music time. I think.
Hey, Bart, you gonna buy it for us too?
Alright, Gordon, we're 720 right now.
No,
It's a bit like
he's
that.
gonna compensate some people.
I know. Unfortunately, I got fucking past a fucking like a really shit deal, man. So I'm trying to get shit sorted.
I got. Never mind.
What the hell?
How much do you have your radio set up?
Channel 2.
Channel 2.
Hey George, are you an honor rifleman?
Correct.
Were you an honor rifleman on Thursday training?
Correct.
Okay.
I like this guy.
People really like the image of you staring at a rock.
He reminds
Check,
himself
check
of
on
that.
Instagram. It's like 25 likes for you staring at a rock.
Where's that one?
That's a screenshot.
No, that one's going to become money.
Oh, on the Instagram, dude.
I like this.
Is that this one where like there's a hut in the background?
No, it's just you staring at a rock.
Did you see Anderson's photo of Bart in the Banana Wars? The Lewis gun?
Looks cool.
Man, I was mad. Get this. They let me off on call at 9, and I was literally waiting by my phone till 10, and I didn't know. I didn't know.
Yeah, but we went till like 10:30.
No. So 10:30 your time is 7:30 my time.
Oh yeah,
That's EST.
Okay.
Alright,
So I'm just sitting there waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting.
Don't worry, the next one's Starship Troopers.
Oh, what?
On what day?
Yeah.
We saw the
Yo,
final.
we
Alright,
through?
ready to go. Here we go. Woo! Cool. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome. So, apologies for the delay. We're having half the trouble trying to get shit sorted on my end, not anyone else's end, really. So, apologies about that. Can we please make sure that we've got all our steel pots on? We're ready to go.
Hard covers on, boys. Finally, we have a corpsman coming.
Okay. No, I haven't got the turrets out. I'm very sad.
He couldn't find it. It's not in the arsenal.
Yeah, not in the arsenal.
Really?
Yeah, that's
That
what
was
we
gonna bring that up.
determined is the case. Yeah.
Hold on a second.
It's on that Achilles helmet.
Barton's about
Yeah,
to hook you up, dude.
I personally didn't look.
Alright, anyway. I want to do like that. Like, hey, Young or Thomas, can you guys sort that out? Give him a tourist helmet just quickly, and I'm just gonna quickly go.
I got it.
Alright, cool. Alright.
Nice to see you.
So anyway,
Commander.
tonight we're gonna be going on a patrol much later. And we're gonna be running through what is typical combat scenarios and that we're gonna probably be encountering. Now, the one thing that we were taking out of tonight's training session, specifically, is civilian interaction. We'll cover that in a little bit later. So tonight I just want to focus on sort of the combat scenario for you guys and the drills that we're going to be sort of doing in terms of combat scenarios. So tonight I'm going to be covering, just quickly at the start, since we hadn't done it in a while, a control environment where we're going to do bounding drills, a control environment we're going to do rushing drills, and then we're going to move on to essentially what is what Tony wanted for the appointment training, so that we give you guys a general idea of what it's going to be like as appointment in country, what you need to look out for, and what you need to essentially do when you're looking at moving through the ground. Give me 1 second. Okay. Alright, so first off I'll start off with what I covered on Thursday. So over there. Highland, go ahead and make sure that you got your steel pot on, mate.
The graffiti helmets here on the ground.
Go get another it.
Yeah. Just delete the one that he drops.
Yep.
Okay. Alright, someone's coming in with Tifa. It's Irish, man. He's running Tifa. Can you guys go sort him out? Okay.
Sure.
Yeah. He just needs to turn that off because he's had that running since he joined the unit. So can you just tell him to fix his name and sort that out? Cool. Alright, anyway, so the M16, the jamming mod, as we ran through the other day, some of you guys will have a combat experience with that now. I'm just going to quickly cover for a lot of the people that weren't here there to experience that, how to run through that. Plus, I'm going to give my own personal recommendation I've discussed with Buchanan about keys that you can set up to make things a little bit easier if you don't like interacting with the menu, make things go a little bit faster. So, first off, you're going to go to Escape, Configure, and go into Controls. Once you're into Controls, you're going to Configure Add-ons. Once you're in Configure Add-ons, you're going to go to two things. First off, going to go to Ace Weapons, and there's going to be a clear jam option. You're going to unassign that key. Okay? Once you've done that, you then go to the drop-down menu, go to DZN Extended Jamming, and there's going to be a key for Pull Bolt. Inspect menu. Okay? Make sure that the Pull Bolt is set to Shift R, and if you want to assign a hotkey to bring up the menu, you can do. And if you want to assign any other hotkeys, you can do. I'm going to recommend some in a minute, but the most important one is that having Pull Bolt and Shift R. The Shift R will fix about 60% of the jams. Okay? So, if you want recommended keys, I'll go through them now. I just wanted to cover that Shift R so that you can pull the bolt. If you guys want some recommended keys, I recommend going to back to controls. So base controls, go to infantry movement, and change the, you'll see there, move forward, move back, strafe left, strafe right. You might see that they're bound to the arrow keys. Go ahead and click those and disassign the, so unassign the arrow keys. Once you've done that, I'll give you a short amount of time if you are going to do that. Okay, that should be enough time. Go back to configure add-ons, go DZN extended jamming, and I've set mine up like this.
I have no idea what the fuck's happening.
Is anyone else confused? Now's the time to say, guys. If I'm confusing anybody with what I'm covering here, now's the time to say and ask questions.
Dwight, Self, you guys good? Jacking?
10-4. Yep.
Alright.
You're gonna need this.
Yeah, you're gonna need this. Trust us, guys.
The only thing I'm confused by is inspect weapon menus on controller, but so is inspect ammo under Ace Weapons. Should I?
You can remove that.
You can remove them if you want. I suggest keeping Control R to inspect ammo, because that's a useful key in Ace. That just tells you how much ammo you've still got left in your bag. Inspect weapon menu, you can unassign that key.
Okay.
Yeah. If you're going to use this system that I'm covering now, you can unassign that key.
Cool. Thank you.
So what I've got my personal key set up as for DZN extended jamming is I've got open bolt set up to left arrow on the keyboard. I've got attach detach magazine set to right arrow on the keyboard. I've got clear chamber to down, and I've got remove case to up on the keyboard. Okay? And what this does is it gives you like a really nifty system, because if you get the most advanced jam, all you have to do and all you have to remember is left, right, up, down, shift R. That's it. That clears the jam. Alright?
So was it left, right, down, up, or left, right, up, down?
Up, down, up, down. Okay? You can do down or up in any order you want, but I do up, down because left, right, up, down makes sense to me in sort of my head. You can do left, right, down, up if you want. That works too. The end result is that you're going to do left, right, up, down, right to attach magazine again, and then shift up pull bolt. It is a little bit of Konami code bullshit. I understand that. So, apologies if this system doesn't work for you. I found from my limited testing that this does. It works very quickly. This will get your fucking jam sorted in no time. So, I'm gonna quickly set up the settings now, so that your M16 is going to definitely jam, and I'm gonna make sure that it is almost 100% chance it's going to extended jam like the one we experienced in combat. All right. Once I've done that, you guys are going to run through the system. We'll do a few practice runs. Again, we're going to shoot our rifles into the air, 45 degrees up. Make sure we're not hitting anybody in the lines, and yeah, we'll roll from there. For the machine gun crew, I did want to ask, how much did the M60 jam that session?
2 or 3 times it seemed.
Okay, was it a comfortable amount? Was it like kind of bullshit, or was that alright?
It seemed okay.
Okay. Cool. So, just quickly, I gotta copy and paste these settings so I don't overwrite them and have some really bullshit shit happen. And paste that here. Excellent. So I'm not gonna lose that. Alright, so I'm changing the jam chance on the M16 to 100%, and I'm gonna make it 100% fail to eject. So here, fun times. Alright, everyone pull out your M16s, 45-degree angle up. Again. Hold on 1 second.
Doesn't seem like 100%.
No. Ceasefire.
Ceasefire, boys.
Smith's just like, my super suka never jams.
We can try.
Okay. Yeah, it's set up on the mission, so I can't change the settings here on the fly, unfortunately. Apologies about that, guys. But we'll just run through that. The settings do work. I've tried it myself. As long as you've got your system set up and you're comfortable with your system, that's fine. Even if the left, right, and up, down arrows don't work, you can always still use the inspect weapon menu by going to self-interact with control and windows, equipment, and inspect weapon. So yeah. Alright, go ahead, first squad, and everyone else, go ahead and re-grab your kit, make sure you've got fresh magazines and fully loaded, and then come back here and we'll step off for the bounding Russian drills.
Hey, I just typed it, Bart.
Rearm your kits, boys.
Hey, Highland,
just got a bug.
Highland said he's out.
Okay.
Oh shit, no, it's your helmet.
I'm not
Or
gonna.
no,
I'm
yeah.
just gonna add the mag. I'm not gonna reload the whole kit.
Kids.
Part on
I
it,
thought of that.
I think Tran said that he had to go for to do something in person, so
He said he was in BFK, he's still gone?
Oh, fuck me.
Alright, so just like, you can't permanently attach. Nope. I
Okay.
can't reload, or like if I do the attached magazine, it does nothing.
Okay, did you drop your weapon and pick it back up?
Now let me do that. Can you turn off the computer?
Yeah, slam it into the ground and get back over.
Not to get between you two, sorry.
It looks like that did it.
Alright,
Okay,
So throwing it on the ground and picking it up.
we're not trying out the whole jamming thing, right?
what's that?
We're not trying out the jammed weapon stuff anymore?
No.
Nah, I don't think we're done with that.
Yeah, I was just making sure that Everyone
Unless you
gets
really
the
need
button
to try it out more.
Barton,
Shit.
can you move? Can some Zeus move Tran? He literally just had to step away to do something apparently. I don't know when he's gonna be back.
I'll move him.
Oh,
It's some important legal stuff, so.
yep.
You know, legal stuff.
I'll put him
No, that's what he told us.
Dwight should win.
There he is. He's over there.
That's 2 teams.
Oh yeah, Dwight, set your color again too, man. You're white for some reason.
White.
We're
Yeah,
all
that shit
white.
happens sometimes.
Dwight, you ignorant slut.
Yeah, sometimes, you know.
Sometimes it
No, I
just
ain't
goes
white.
away.
Yeah.
I think he's here.
Dwight.
Bro,
just
Nodowitz
albino.
has bags for
Three in there,
days
three
under his
hardcore.
eyes. You should look at him one day. Holy.
Alright,
this
he's
man
probably
looks
just
like he's
AFK
been
now.
awake for
He's
40
seen some shit.
yeah, yeah, you look it.
Dude, that's how Vietnam is hiking. Getting shot at.
Yeah, Irish spawned in was just like
Parachute.
dropping.
Damn, parrot drop.
He's in it again.
Cardante, my setup right now is an absolute mess.
You're gonna have to show me a picture. Post it in the chat thing.
It's an absolute mess right now. It's so
Oh,
fucked.
go one up beside Alan self.
Okay. Dwight, who are you with today?
I think Dwight
Dwight
AFK,
is in
he's with-
first fire team with self. Dwight's AFK, and I guess self is
No,
too.
I'll back
I'm
him.
not.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Can you guys make sure you leave some space for yourself to slot in there and make sure Dwight goes in red team via the ace interaction menu?
I think Irish just went to fucking space.
Alright, yeah, so hit 0, Dwight. And then slide over to your right, get shoulder to shoulder with Alan. That way self can fit in.
Okay. And when Modder gets in, Galloway, he'll be your guy, alright?
Alright.
Cool.
Wait, who?
Mada.
Oh, Moda.
Good guy,
Yep.
mod dev.
Moto.
Irish says he's on Stratus right now. He's not on fucking. He's not on this map, but he's on the server.
He needs to get these fucking mod packs sorted, man, I
Did
swear.
you turn on the DLC?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's probably something he didn't do.
Have you tried actually turning it on?
Boy,
Just
hey.
hold on. Needs to make sure he's launching with the correct mod pack.
And the DLC on.
Every time I load the new mod set, it turns all the DLC off. I
Yeah,
noticed.
for
Yeah,
everybody.
really.
That'd be
I
funny
say,
if
Man,
it was
every time I
Didn't
like,
do that for me.
yeah, every
think it's
time I
random.
select a preset, I've got no issues. I haven't had an issue yet
I
with my
think you-
DLC.
I think
Oh,
you
now
have
you're going
load
to.
the DLC and then save it because it'll save to the preset.
Yeah.
Then.
Yeah, make sure you do have the DLC selected when you're saving your preset. Yeah, because
What is-
that's what I did for sure. And yeah, I haven't had an issue with it.
Hey, who's the guy next to
Imagine
Barton?
loading with the banana wars up.
Oh no.
I don't know.
Yep, I'm here to fight the VC with my Springfield.
Peterson?
At that point, he's better off with
No,
the
I didn't.
Springfield than an M16.
Oh, it's Norman.
Nguyen, what's up, buddy?
Hey. Yo.
I guess he either gets slotted in with me or Galloway, right?
Why is he white?
Well, how? I mean, Trans
Oh,
here.
Trans
I
AFK.
don't know when he's gonna come back.
And that's true.
I
When
will
is he
send you
coming?
why.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah.
Oh, he'll be back.
Actually, just give him to Galloway. We'll see when Tran gets back.
Okay then. I mean, do you want him? Right on to?
Yeah, Galloway.
Well, I
I'm
got
gonna message Tran.
Moda coming.
We
in.
got Mada, who's in
Yeah,
theory,
okay,
who's already
okay,
here.
okay.
Is
Alright,
Moda
then,
in, by the way? I don't know if he's here. Yeah, we'll see if he's up there, I guess.
I did see connected. But
Yeah, I don't know
yeah.
if he came up there, maybe not.
Nguyen, can you help out Smith today and help carry the rockets?
Okay.
Yep.
okay.
Smith, go ahead and
Okay,
go ahead and get him sorted. Yep.
Hello, my name is
Miss you, Smith.
Follow me.
Gonna
You too.
go big boom boom today.
British.
British and Vietnamese.
British national, alright?
Mishinao.
Alright, cool. Excellent. So, all of you guys, most of you guys are well enough into the unit to know what bounding is. I just want to kind of go into a control environment where we're just going to go over bounding in a control environment and look at it as sort of externally. So get some practice in. There's nothing like covering the basics, just really quickly, making sure that we're on top of that. And after we cover a little bit of bounding, we're going to be covering a little bit of rushes, fire team rushes. So quickly covering the individual fire team rush, which is again the left to right, and then the fire team rushes as a squad, left to right. Okay, and I'll be sort of doing this from an external view. We'll have Buchanan controlling the squad today, seeing that happen. Expo with your 5-man machine gun team, sort of just what I expect from you guys today, to sort of float around and make sure that you provide covering fire for the squad once we go on the actual patrol. During this training environment, if you have anything that you want to sort of externally train on just with your boys, you can do, and then we'll meet back up for the patrol. So it's up to you if you want to stick around for the bounding and shit. I do want to cover the point man training stuff, especially with the recruits here. So if you do want to do anything externally, we'll meet back up once we cover the point man stuff. Unless you want to stick around for the bounding and the rushing.
I think it'll be good to stick around. I'm not sure if Landry and Rosengard are going to be staying with the gun, so...
Yeah, that's perfectly fine. In that case then, we'll make sure we've got everyone here. We'll cover and sort of like have the sort of 4 fire teams going along doing this stuff. And we'll have Smith and Wen cover us with the recruits. Cool.
Which war are you in?
Excellent.
Let me just join that. Just main part.
Chevy, grab some binoculars.
Go yellow.
Alright.
All that fuck.
Pardon?
Yes.
Am I with, or is Rockets with MG team today, or HQ?
No HQ at the current moment, so stick with the MGs today.
Okay.
Close to them. You'll still be your own fire team, but just stick close to them. Stay with the weapons when they're moving.
Will do.
Alright, cool. Otto will be, I think might have to restart, but he'll be back. He's got a,
okay.
Yeah, he's pretty situated, he knows what to do. So.
Yep. One thing as well, can we please have one member from every fire team go grab an M72 law?
George, go.
Oh man, I
Who
want
wants
the
serious?
law.
Knox,
I'll
go.
do it. Isn't George your auto?
Galloway, get one for yourself.
Gonna go
man.
steal a law?
Me?
Oh,
Alright,
yeah,
Rockets
I
get
guess
fun.
I'm taking it.
There.
Fun.
Well, actually,
Alan.
no. Go ahead, Wild.
Yeah.
I got
Isn't
too much
Georgia
shit on me
auto
already.
Yeah, but I got recruits.
I got my AR kit,
it's true,
so I
it's
got a
true.
lot of
Oh,
shit.
And
yeah,
hey,
I got a lot of
okay,
mags.
They
and
both
shit.
can be auto riflemen. They're good to go. You guys know how to hold down the trigger, right?
I'm pretty heavy already, so I don't need to lock it on my back.
Execute 1 minute.
And every time in Imperial, like when I could, I'd pick up a fucking law if there was
Oh,
an
I'd love
extra.
to have one, but not with this kid. Too
Hey,
heavy.
Buchanan.
Hey, what's
you
up?
want me to grab one? I'm pretty late. Okay.
Damn, they're Pentagon deploying 1,000 more troops from the 82nd Airborne. I don't think they're gonna get there in time, dude.
Young and Thomas, have you got the training area somewhere?
I was working on the patrol.
Yeah, we'll do the. I'll tell you what, we'll do the area outside Chamkayak.
Where?
As the training
Chamkayak.
area. Remember the proletariat?
Yeah,
I'll
Chamkayak.
teleport us there in a second.
Thank you. I'll just...
Did you say they were sending more troops back to Afghanistan?
Yeah.
Who knows?
They said like 5,000, didn't they?
So
It's because the Taliban are about to
3,000,
take
I
over the
think.
country.
there's
Oh
there's
yeah,
about
Kabul's on the edge.
yeah they're sending at least 4,000 Americans, and then like Britain's sending some guys, and like basically everybody that has an embassy there is sending troops to evacuate their embassy.
Yeah,
Oh,
our
not
three
gonna lie,
countries
this
have
is
this on
like time
standby to
bomb.
go pick
I
up
think
the
I
embassy
think even
workers.
fucking Canada's
is.
sending guys over.
Yeah, we do. Yeah,
They haven't
yeah,
been in
we do, yeah.
Afghanistan for like years.
I wonder what's gonna happen after the Taliban wins.
It's gonna go back
well,
to
it's
pre-2001
gonna happen.
days.
No,
Yeah.
man, haven't you guys picked up on it? China's like trying to fucking mold the Taliban.
Well,
I think
yeah,
the Taliban are trying.
I know that.
They're gonna
but I mean, like,
legitimize themselves through
Can
China
we,
for
can we
sure.
not talk
So
about the
based.
Taliban in a Vietnam off?
What is Taliban? They're the Muhammad.
They're called
Contact.
the Mujahideen.
There we go. That's what I was looking for.
Okay, anyway.
And
Yeah.
fucking snakes helping them, dude.
Alright,
Leave 'em alone.
back on focus, guys. Back on focus. Who are we waiting on now?
I think we're all
Otto's
set.
coming back. I don't. Is he? I don't know if he left the game or not. He's
Do you
coming
have
back.
a bayonet?
No, there's no bayonets in Union.
Alright.
Irish and Mata are on server, but I don't see them visually. I guess those.
You can don't forget you can still melee without a bayonet.
How?
Yeah,
You
Mata's
you just
kind of
can't-
fucking us scenario, so we'll just
he
start
just-
without.
He said he was frozen, but I don't. He said he's gonna restart, but I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, he's outside the game right now. We also have Mello joining in 40 minutes late. So again, these people are joining late. We'll just start with them. Anyway, the training area. I'll get you guys to all come with me, and we'll go teleport to the training area. And then for the pilots, just go ahead and stay on standby. We'll teleport back and LZ out to LZ Phoenix. I'll let you guys perfect anything you want to continue to perfect on the patrol route.
I think it's alright for now, Thomas. We'll go to the carrier and fly over here for now.
Alright, cool. If you guys want to practice any drills and training and flying and stuff like that, we'll be here doing like infantry drills for a little bit, and then we'll come back, alright?
Just message me on Steam already.
Alright, cool. Alright, gentlemen, on me.
Alright,
On
board,
board.
gentlemen.
On board.
You got me doing both special rules.
Yeah.
Damn, you made the AR and gave him the law?
Holding. Hold here.
Yep.
Hold on.
Do what?
Hold. Wait.
Do
He
not
said
teleport.
Hold here.
I mean, I think
I think he was just testing it.
He's gonna notice that.
Well,
we're
there's
not
just one
holding.
fucking place. All right, go through. Go through. Oh,
Alan, you're
were
back.
you
what?
sent, Gallon?
What's that?
Were you sent back?
No.
Alright,
What are
teleport.
you guys
All right,
doing?
go through the pole then. Go through. Go through.
To the training area.
Hey, I remember this place.
Uh-oh. Feeling very submissive and trainable right now.
Oh,
I
shut
swear
up.
to God, Wild.
You're
I swear
always
to God.
submissive and trainable.
Alright, my spot, line up on my left. Let's go.
Damn, I left the
Practice
fucking
the
collar
inputs.
back at base.
Guys, just full circle on me, facing out towards the field,
Oh, you
yes?
got it.
Yeah,
Nice, Dwight.
Oh, hey,
Full
Barbie.
circle on
Cool
Barbie.
Facing east,
circle.
guys.
Full
Circle east.
circle.
Alright, so what we'll do in a second, but can I volunteer fire team?
Yeah.
Okay, Alan?
Yep.
How many recruits do you have with you?
Just two.
Just two. Alright, Alan, go ahead.
Set out.
He wants you to. I think he wants you
line
to get
behind
out there to the east.
Line behind you.
First team online behind Barden.
First
Okay.
team online.
Can I get a second volunteer fire team?
First team online with me.
Second one.
Oh, wait,
Alright,
okay.
there you go. Come
We're
on
missing
now.
a
You
first.
gotta go
Come
away,
on,
you gotta
second.
speak up if you want it, brother.
I don't.
So,
I'm not
Dolph,
that
get
eager
over here,
to do
man.
Whatever we're doing.
go with that first.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, what you're gonna do is get your rifles out, face out towards the east-northeast,
Welcome to
and
third
get on
fire team
squad
Wild.
line
That's
with
our
second on the right and first on the left.
Roger. First team online to the left.
Combat
Second
spacing.
team,
guys.
on right on the right.
I guess we're gonna die.
Combat spacing, boys. Space it
Hey,
out.
About,
hey, Buchanan. I'm gonna go get something to eat because I don't really do this.
Alright,
Yeah,
self,
you're good.
jump on the left-hand side, brother. Yeah, like I said, get your rifle out, Miller.
Let's just be up here watching what they're doing.
that's so loud.
True.
You can turn your. I'd recommend turning your game like effects volume down.
No,
like,
otherwise I
pretty
can't
light.
hear VC.
What's that?
It's like it's like you can either have that or not hear VC. That's the problem.
You can hear
Oh
VC
no, it
on-
really doesn't affect it. Then you'll
Yeah.
hear the people.
They're always
You hear them.
Fine.
You hear
I
them
brought,
very well
yeah,
still.
I turned my shit down like very low, like almost,
Yep.
like I don't even know, like 10% or something.
Less
you
than
can set it
10%.
as low as you can, but that thing's still freaking loud.
Yeah, no, that's
It is
still,
loud,
still
yeah.
really loud, but at least you can still hear people
Yeah,
next to
yeah,
you.
yeah.
You'll actually be able to hear shit around.
Alright, anyway,
Oh no, I've broken it.
alright. Gentlemen, I just want you guys to observe, any of the recruits here? Yep, can any of the recruits make sure that you guys get up front and center?
Recruits up front and center.
I would just kind of, everybody just kind of come up here.
Yeah, just everyone gather up,
If you
get
can't
close.
see the two fire
Get
teams,
up there.
just go get a good sight.
Okay,
That's some good
Landry,
root beer.
Rosengard. Make sure
Yeah,
everyone's
go
here.
up there, Rosengard.
Yeah, what's up?
Cool, cool.
Let's go up there.
I need to bring
make
up
sure you
the
can
see the
is
guys
up there.
the helicopter.
Yep. Because like you're right here by yourself, but like no, none of the other ones come up. Anyway, all right. So anyway, covering bounding, we know the two types, you know, successive and alternate. For the new guys that are here, successive means that you're going to bound up to in line with the team that you're bounding with. Alternate means that you're going to bound past the team for an extended amount of time, equal to the limit of you guys just passing. All right. In simple terms, one team moves forward, one team moves forward up in line with that team, and alternate is one team moves forward, one team moves double that distance, then holds, and then the other team moves double the distance and then holds, and then that continues on until you reach your point of destination. All right. So quickly covering this with recruits. Good. We're going to be making sure that second fire team is going to be the covering fire team. First fire team, you're going to be moving first. Alright, we're going to be doing a 3-second bound on the move. Can anyone tell me why we do 3 seconds?
Do you want recruits answering?
No one?
I know.
Yeah, no, anyone answer. It's fine.
I'm up. When they see me, I'm dead.
Yeah. If anyone wants to know the history of that, as far as I am aware, it goes back to the World War I days. 3 seconds is roughly the amount of time they did a study of for the machine gunner to get on target. So I assume that that's changed, maybe. Sometimes people are faster than that, but
we still use it today. So
we still use it today, exactly. So it's roughly that time. They did that in World War I, and obviously it's still used today. So 3 seconds is roughly that time period of that you have up. You want to be down by that 3 second reaching that limit. Okay? So, just quickly, Alan, I'm up, he sees me, I'm down.
Oh, you
go. Yep. We'll control your fire team, come back here.
Oh, you want the whole fire team?
Yeah.
Alright. Alright, first, let's go. Rush forward. I'm up, they see me, I'm down.
Up, he sees me, I'm down. Okay. Did someone notice what went wrong there?
they grouped up.
They grouped up, exactly. So the automatic rifleman on the right-hand side here went right up into the arse of the fire team leader, and then you guys on the left here sort of crunched in on each other. Alright? When you're bounding, you want to try and get a direction, keep going that direction. Current direction is bearing 068. Okay? Go ahead and respace yourselves out, spread out left and right.
Oh, I think Barbara.
When you're bounding, you want to try to bound to available cover or concealment. If there is none, the prone or the sitting position when you're on your ass so you can get your rifle above the grass is highly recommended. Okay? So, second fire team, go ahead and bound.
Alright, second fire team, I'm up. You see me, I'm down.
Excellent. Okay, they've just completed one successive bound. Perfect. Great. Good job. Alright, anyone back here, any questions, concerns?
Anyone? Everybody get it?
This is basic stuff, so I understand if there is none. Cool.
No, not really.
Any of the first or second fire team members, any questions, comments, concerns from you guys?
I have one. One question for one of you. Captain the fire team. The top team is moving first.
Yes. So, I mean, that's exactly the point of it. So, with the alternate fire team bounding, where you run past them and you're moving double the distance, okay? This is why, when doing alternate bounding, you are not to do it in a combat scenario, or you're highly advised not to do it in a combat scenario, okay? Because you're putting yourself at risk at double the exposure time to possible enemy fire, right? Sometimes it's advised to get across the ground quickly, that's perfectly fine, but obviously when you're exposing yourself for double the time, you don't want to use it in combat. Okay, go ahead, first and second fire teams, bring it back another 10 meters, we'll go through it again.
Alright, bring it back what meters, guys?
Well, like, keep on bringing it back until you guys are back where you started, pretty much. Yep. Alright, and then get back in line. Alright, let's try the successive bound again, except obviously without the training regimen. Just get the bound done, okay? Alright. First squad, bounding. Second fire team covering. First fire team moving. Successive bound, go.
First fire team, let's move! Successive bound! First fire team moving.
Okay, when they're down, they say set. Second fire team knows to move.
Second fire team, move.
Excellent. Alright, first fire team, you bunched up again. Space yourselves out on the move. Let's go.
How do you carry 4 rockets in that backpack?
Don't ask questions.
They're not
It's
all in
armor.
his bag.
He's got a big butthole.
And you got 7. How do you fit 7 on that?
It's armor. Don't ask me.
He also has a large penis.
Okay, excellent. Alright,
Great
first
job,
fire
guys.
team and second fire team, go ahead and fall back into the formation. Can I have the weapons and third fire team out there online?
Yeah, third fire team on the left.
Weapons and third.
Fire team on the left.
Or go left to me.
Let's go. Yeah, we're
Don't worry about
Okay.
Don't worry about them, Chevy. Just get up there. They'll get up there when they get up there.
Boilie, you hear?
Hey,
Boilie.
go.
Weapons up there. Smith,
Boy, they
Nguyen.
tell me you didn't go AFK.
Left to me.
Yeah, Rosen, good up there. You're
I'll be
running
on your
this
left,
too, bud.
Boilie.
Make sure you get like, I don't know, 10 meters or something.
Get some good spacing,
Good.
yeah.
That's
Fuck
good.
yeah, dude.
That should be fine.
Excellent. Alright. Alright.
Yeah,
Alright, cool. Alright. Third and weapons, we're going to be doing alternate bounding now. Third, you're going to be moving first. Weapons, you're going to be covering first. Alternate bound, go.
Third fire team, alternate bound east. Move.
Third fire team moving up.
Set.
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 Go, weapons, come on. Remember guys, don't bunch up. Try to get spacing. Keep the spacing on the move.
Keep it spaced out, boys.
They're set.
We're gonna have third fire team move left. We're gonna have to move left of weapons.
Third fire team
move.
moving up.
Shift left.
Heading left.
Alright. Third fire team set.
Alright, return to
Set
start
up.
positions, guys.
And return.
Dude, Galloway, turn yourself up. I can't hear you at all.
You can't? Alright. Is that better?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Alright.
Alright, you guys tell me what third fire team did that did an amazing job and fixed the bound on the move. They did, but they did something else. Okay, so, yep. So, Galloway recognized that weapons were spread out and used the cover available to them, only to realize that, hey, the cover that was available to them was being used up by, so the weapons were being used up there. Galloway realized that some guys were moving in front of him to use the cover, so he shifted his fire team left on the move so that he could keep the spacing between the two fire teams, but also use the available cover and ground just like the weapons were doing.
Okay.
So it was just using his initiative to recognize that the weapons, like, they were getting in front of him not because they wanted to be in front of him, but because they were using the available cover. So he just used his initiative to just move the fire team instead of saying, hey, why are you guys walking in my position, you know what I mean?
Right.
It's like in combat, you don't just go up to people and go, hey, why the fuck did you just walk in front of me, bro? Like, what the fuck?
my tree strum.
Yeah, exactly. Right? You just fix it on the move. You just take the initiative. Alright? So, the alternate bound is something that we don't aim to use in combat. Sometimes we might do, again, completely situational. But the success should be the only one that we use in combat for the reasons of what?
Limiting exposure.
Cover,
Exposure to enemy fire.
Limiting exposure.
Yeah, limiting the exposure, exactly.
Can I get that up?
Alright. So now I'm gonna call for a volunteer fire team again.
We can go.
Yep.
Irish.
Alright. That was first fire team. First fire team, get in line in front of behind me.
Can I have that shake back? Left back?
Again. Make sure everyone gather up here, make sure you can see the guys clearly and you can hear them clearly. Just gather up to the edge of the road here. Alright. So now what we're going to be doing is doing a fire team rush. Okay? So for the new guys here, what rushes are is basically it's going to be sort of bounding within the fire team in a specific way. Okay? This specific way is that you move bounding forward, left to right individually. Alright? So, what happens is, once the fire team leader calls fire team rush, Dwight, you're going to be on your feet, moving forward, getting down first. Then Self, you're going to get on your feet, and then getting down. And then obviously Alan, and then obviously the final one being George on the right here. Alright? The reason for this is that sometimes in a combat scenario, you're going to be facing extremely heavy enemy fire, okay? And sometimes it's not possible to move as a fire team, okay? What this does is it allows the fire team to continue forward movement while you keep the maximum suppressive capability of the fire team on the target, okay? Basically, if you're in the sort of line of sight of the machine gun, you know you have to get out of that line of sight, but you can't move the whole fire team at risk of the whole fire team being wiped out by the machine gun, okay? So you move one by one by one by one by one. Does that make sense, guys? Okay. Any questions, comments, concerns for you guys at the back there?
You said that they were
No, Sergeant Barton.
You said they were going in succession and remember, I'm up, he sees
One
me,
at a
I'm down,
time,
3
exactly.
seconds.
But they're basically doing successive bounding,
Hell yeah.
except one person at a time, from left to right. Always from left to right. Okay? So, from left to right, we'll do first fire team, prepare for individual rushes.
Individual rushes, first fire team!
First fire team, individual rushes.
Hey, where's first? Okay, individual rush, go.
Go, go, go!
So he's up, sees him, he's down.
He
Okay,
sent me
Self
a
goes.
selfie of himself at some point.
Yep. Alan goes. And then George goes. Okay, one more. Dwight go. Self go. Alan go. George, ready, 3, 2, go. Okay. Alright, go ahead and return to the start positions, guys.
And wasn't it
Alright.
3-second intervals?
It is.
Yeah.
That 3 seconds goes pretty quickly sometimes.
Sometimes it can't even be 3 seconds.
Yeah. Like, again, this is mainly due to the fact that they will do this type of stuff, again, in face of enemy fire. This is like, basically the 100%, like, if you guys are in a really shit situation but you still need to move, this is what you use. Yep. Even though this is still good for assaults, right? But the assaults will be doing it at the squad level, okay? So, we'll do this one more time, again, just without me inputting. I want you to full control your fire team. Give me one individual rush going forward and get it done as fast as you can, alright?
Roger, got it.
Alright.
Guys, individual
Hold
rushes
on.
90 to...
Before you go, one more thing. I want live fire.
Oh, live fire, okay.
Yep, so you
All
guys
right.
are going to be covering when they're moving, yeah?
Alright guys, deliberate fire says 1 to 2
Hey,
seconds.
Gordon.
Alright, 90 degrees guys, that's where we're going. Individual rushes, let's go, left to right. Go, go, go!
I can't hear volume.
George, you're kind of shooting up in the fucking tree line up there. You want to aim a little bit lower.
Go, Dwight! Or go Self.
Someone's jammed. Alright,
What?
ceasefire.
No, it's gonna shoot over.
Careful there, yeah, you were bunching up a little bit. So let's go ahead and return to the start positions. That was a good job. What we'll do now is we'll get first fire team. Can you shift all the way on the left a little bit more? On line still? And can we have second and third fire team to the front on line, second in the middle, and then third fire team on the right of the line, please?
Second fire team in the middle, third on the right.
Second on the middle.
Okay, and
Alright, let's second get in there and then we might have to push right more. I'll sit in the middle, you guys go on either side of me. You guys know what to do. Y'all ain't no dummies.
If not, we'll get you a book.
Are they set? I think they're set. Alright, go, hey, one of you guys go left to me, so I'll be in the center. Or control that way. Alright. There we go, that's good.
Doing a fire team rush.
Prepare to rush. We're gonna do fire team rush, so we'll start from the left.
Starting left from right.
Yeah, left from right. That's like, we just went over, so.
Yeah, I can just barely hear. I'm just trying to make it easier.
Barely hear him. Like, I know. I mean, I know what we're gonna do. I'm just kind of waiting for the go command
Yep.
here.
So the guys over here, basically, we're going to be doing fire team rushes. What fire team rushes are at the squad level. All right, Buchanan or myself are going to order the fire team rushes, and what it does is instead of individually 1, 2, 3, 4, it's the fire teams moving all together in a successive bound. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3 from left to right. Does that make sense, everyone over here?
So you don't want us
Yep.
to go on on our own? You want us to go after second goes?
Yes, pretty much. So you guys are doing a successive bound. We're doing successive bounds by the fire team into 3 fire teams from left to right. Does that make sense?
So not individual. All right, gotcha.
Yes. So you can do individually within fire teams within a squad, or we can do fire team rushes, which is the fire teams go together 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3 from left to right.
Yeah.
Obviously, it can be any order. It can be 3, 2, 1 or 3, 1, 2. It just matters. It's always left to right. Yep.
Yep.
All right. Cool.
Gotcha.
Alright, any questions?
Here, what do you want me to do?
Miller, just go ahead and sit off to the side. We'll get you assigned shortly. Just pay attention to the training area here. Actually, do you still have 4 people, Cardante?
I don't think Trant's coming back anytime. So he can slot it.
How many people do you have, Galloway?
3 right now. I don't know if I don't think Mud has come back yet.
Okay, give me 1 second. Alright, yep, Irish is here. Excellent. Let me just check over here. Launch aborted. Oh no.
No mod is here.
Is Modder here?
Yeah, mod is right here in front of you, Bart.
Ah, cool. Modder, come here. Thanks. Where you at? Where?
Maybe he isn't here. He's full on and full in front of Rosemary.
Okay. Alright. Where's Mello? Alright, Mello, go ahead and sign yourself blue and join Cardante's fire team here. Cardante, just give yourself a little bit of spacing so you can get back in a second. Slot him in.
Space out a little bit to the left there.
Yeah, open up a bit, boys.
Take my spot here. Slot him between me and Mother.
Alright, excellent. Okay, so relay it down the line, okay? Buchanan's going to give the order to do fire team rushes, 1 successive bound forward. Alright, Buchanan, your show.
You guys hear that?
Okay, firm.
Fire team rushes. 1 successive bound forward, left to right. Kick it.
First squad, fire team rushes forward.
Yeah.
Remember bounding, successive.
We'll be waiting for second.
Yeah. Second, let's go.
Bounding.
Stand by.
Second set.
All right, for third, let's go.
Go, go, go.
Battery low.
Third set.
Cover first.
You can come up to this stump if you want. Wild. Yeah, that's good. Stay there.
Hey, third, pull it back a little.
We're in cover here, kinda.
Well, yeah, I'm only doing 1 successive bound. That's
Charging battery.
Wait for another one. Get online. Get back in there. Just sit in the open. Don't go to cover, I guess.
Okay. Seeing if there is. Okay. Machine guns and rockets. Can you go ahead and head onto the right flank of 3rd Fire Team and go ahead and do fire team rushes?
Anyone want some s'mores? First squad, individual rushes.
Individual rushes.
Fire team rushes.
Fire team rushes.
Fire team.
As you were, yes.
Trent, if Trent's back, hello?
Yeah.
Go ahead, slot into third fire team, buddy.
Just change range.
Yep.
Over here.
Galloway.
Yeah. What?
Alright, he's going to be here to your left.
Alright.
Just get on the left there, buddy.
Tren, yeah, just sit on the left next to, and go green for me.
Yeah, I'm get behind the troller right now.
Okay.
To the side of it.
Alright, cool.
Hey, as we move, we're gonna shift right a little bit, so we're not as bunched up.
Alright, Foley, just space it out to the right.
We just got another guy in here, so.
Yeah, open up right a bit, boys. You guys are tight here.
Alright, hey guys, get your distance and weapons will push right. Some. Yeah, Mela, if you want to come a little bit more to the right. Just to push down south. Wild,
okay.
Oh wait, who's on the end there?
Moda.
Oh, Mela, okay, Mela, never mind. Yeah, fully come right a little. We'll be good. That should be good. If you need space as we move, just...
First squad, on the order of the lightning strike, we're doing 3 successive fire team rushes forward.
We'll be 3 successive forward on the strike. Like, is this an actual lightning strike?
I assume so, yeah. First squad ready to go, Sergeant.
Hey, if you, wait, who's Cannon? Did he say fire team rushes or individual rushes?
Fire team.
Okay, cool, gotcha.
Yeah, that was a misprint.
No, I didn't hear if it was.
First squad's ready to go.
Alright, cool.
No, yeah, you're good.
Well, you probably wouldn't have 2 squads on line like that. I mean, well, I guess you would, but try to. That's a whole different can of worms when we get.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, pass it down the line. We're going to be live fire.
Live fire when we're moving as we go.
No mistakes. Let's get this done. Yeah, exactly.
None. None at all. Do you have to? Alright, stand by. After a second, go. We'll be moving. Third, let's go. Third moving. Alright, third is set. Hold here. Yeah, use the disc.
Jam!
Alright, I'm fucking jammed too, God damn it, I got a full on jam. Fix it on the move. Third moving! Third move! Forward! Fix it on the move! Loading! Second, moving! Ready to move. Third move. Alright, third move.
Moving!
First squad, get some whatever you can to do stuff here. Third set.
Reloading! Reloading!
Loading. Second is not moving yet. Hold.
Reloading.
How many stars? Burst fire team.
Reloading. Shifting. Third moving. Set. Reloading. Galloway, we're starting to shift left. Negative, we need to shift right. We're moving left. Bounding. Reloading.
Who's here?
Fully.
Fully, move back a little bit. You're a bit too open. I want to get on. We want everyone online here.
Reloading.
Second set, third, move.
Third moving.
Use the pitch. I don't care how far forward we are. Use the pitch. We're gonna bounce to the tree line.
Like we're moving up fire team rush to get the tree line.
Yeah. All right. Spot your target. Spot your target. Calm down. I don't have any eyes on.
No eyes, no eyes.
If you're out of ammo, hey, don't blow through your ammo. You know,
I got a couple mags left. Tracer's coming in off the left.
Yeah, I see him. Hey, Melon, get in that ditch there. Don't stand in the open. Second move up. Third. All right, third. We're moving up.
Third moving.
I think we're good on the spacing, so yeah, use the ditch or stump or whatever you got in front of you. Keep the spacing best you can and use your cover.
Melot. Are you jamming?
Nope, I'm not jamming at all.
Okay. Fire from the left. Reloading.
Second moving yet? No, doesn't look like it.
I still have contacts to my right. I can hear them.
Alright. Spot them best you can.
Jam. Stand by to move. Moving. Contact front. Reloading. Reloading. Yeah. Galloway! Alright, we got friendlies down on the right. I'm pretty much black on ammo. I've got 2 half mags left.
2 half mags?
Yep.
Who needs ammo?
That'll be me, fully.
I'm coming to you. I got 5 mags in my backpack, take it.
Okay. Taking 2.
I'll cover you.
Good, thank you.
Who has the horn?
None of us.
Fuck.
I don't know. I think Galloway's down.
The left ones have been neutralized. Who's down?
I don't know. I haven't heard from Galloway.
Who's jamming?
I don't know. Somebody off our right. I don't know.
Is third fire team still up and effective?
Yeah, I see heads off my right.
Hold the line, gentlemen. Hold the line.
Holding.
Maintain the line for now.
Repacking.
I have 7 magazines left. Does anybody need ammunition?
Stand by.
Does anyone from third squad need ammunition? Oh shit, Galloway's down.
Fucking called it.
Dude, don't head to him.
Hey. Yeah, don't.
Just cover me. I didn't mean to big pop. I meant to drag. Fuck me. But still, don't head to him out in the open.
Hey, pull.
Solid cover. Moving back on some solid cover.
Yeah, yeah. How far back is that ditch? Is what? 20, 30 meters?
Alright, hope you wake up soon, buddy. Actually, shit, I should check your...
We got a man down here. Do we have a corpsman?
Oh, shit! Yeah, we need one. He's got no heart rate. Oh, well,
He's dead. He's dead.
Don't need that corpsman!
Fellas, he has ammunition. If you need it, you better get it now.
Let out, no one noticed.
If you need ammunition, you better get it.
Yeah.
He's a quiet guy. I thought he was just chilling.
Index.
Looks like it's this way, boys.
Oh, someone died.
Good. Any...
Where'd the rifle go? I just saw it.
Oh, glad someone's got their expert on stream today.
Here, let's get
I'm like, I didn't hear you, and I'm calling out like, hey, has anyone heard from him? And no one's calling out, and then.
Go.
Everybody teleport home.
No.
just go. No.
I saw somebody teleport. Yeah, because someone's in the... I said regroup over here, guys.
Bodied.
Yeah, it was this guy.
What'd I do?
Alright, third team, come here. Let's hold hands.
Also, make sure that people that have teleported realize that.
Alright, school circle on Barden.
I think for 95% of the time, I was just randomly
shooting.
shooting.
Misheard. I was too far away, so we're rallying by the teleport.
Hey, Barton, you got that? You have the.
No, I never mentioned the teleport ball. I just moved it over here so that people can.
No, yeah. Well, Young had said get your boys rallied, and I said, yeah, I think we're going by the teleport pool anyway.
No, I'm the one that said teleport back, so.
Oh, okay.
Alright, anyway. Wait for everyone to be here.
I think I was second to last.
Thomas.
You're okay, Chevy.
Go teleport to
You're old,
CH-46 and get it ready.
It's fine.
Alright, I wanted the combat scenario at the end of that to be a little bit more controlled. Apologies about that, guys. My game glitched out and I had no control over my character, so I couldn't move. And whenever I took over control of the AI, the AI would still do whatever the fuck he wanted, and I'd just be looking through his eyes, which was kind of weird. So it glitched out my game, but that's a little bit of a sneak peek into what a combat scenario sort of kind of looks like. Alright, excellent. But yeah, so you can sort of see the importance of having the fire team rushes go along. When you're covering that open ground, successive bounding is good when you have two teams, but when you have a squad of 3 like the Marines do, fire team rushes seems to be the most effective tactic to get across the ground under sort of heavy fire. Obviously, guys, you weren't experiencing heavy fire until at least the very end there. I'm not sure how heavy the enemy fire from the AI was. I apologize, I wasn't there to control that. But we've been in combat scenarios. A lot of the guys here that have been here for long enough know that we've been in combat scenarios where we've had like 3 machine guns engaging us and we're still moving with fire team rushes or individual rushes. Like it's happened. The important thing is that when you got combat like that, not to get pinned down, try to keep moving. Try and get out of their kill zone, because that's the most important factor. If you're in their kill zone, it means you're going to die, obviously. When they've got incoming enemy artillery, there's not much you can do other than get down and get tight. Make sure that you don't sort of get fucked up by that artillery. Try to seek cover where you can, and wait for it to end before you move. Okay? That's something that we've had a problem with in the past. That's something that I've failed to do. So, just so that we're here, so that's what we're all here and we're all listening, okay? Is that when there's indirect fire coming in and it's landing, make sure everyone gets down tight, wait for it to end, and then move, okay? Because we need to get out of the bracketing fire, we need to get out of that position so that we're not just getting constantly fucked, alright? It's best off if they're not landing near us, we can move off sooner than if they're landing closer. If it lands closer, wait for the shrapnel to end before moving. Alright. Now, in terms of the fire team rushes, again, very important for the recruits to know this, the guys that are new here. Do you guys have any questions, comments, concerns about what we've covered today so far in terms of the bounding, the rushes, anything?
No.
No? Everyone? That's a no?
Second fire team understands perfectly.
I do have
good.
to say though.
I mean, my only personal concern is about the jamming. You know, I might be able not to cover people, but you know.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah,
Let's,
it's just
we'll
something
cover
we'll
some of them right now. Just because no one has any comments, because it's question concerns with the bounding. You guys got to experience the jamming today. Now, I did mess around with the settings. I made the jamming happen less. I'm not sure if that was noticeable today, but
that was less.
Yes,
it was definitely less than on
me.
Thursday. Way less than Thursday.
Before, yeah.
So before the setting was 8%, I still lowered it down to 3% for reference.
I think my only issue is the fact that I can't tell the difference if it's a jam or if I'm out of ammo. So half the time, well, sometimes it won't appear.
Not on my
Hey, I got an issue.
Said that to me.
Yeah.
Well, if you're reloading, you still can't fire. There you go.
If you
Yeah, but the issue is I'm putting away a mag that's halfway.
could always repack
Well,
later.
if you're putting away a mag that's halfway, that's not like a major concern. The major concern is obviously if your weapon is not functioning or not, right? So if you end up reloading because you think you're out of ammo and you're not actually out of ammo, that's perfectly fine because you can repack that magazine later. Like everyone here should be carrying upwards of 10 magazines. Like most people here should be carrying upwards of 15 magazines. So putting away one half-empty mag is not like a major issue.
Well, I'm just it's more as the fact that like it's a jam, but I think I'm out of ammo. I'll reload and then still have to go through the whole entire fucking process, and that's like time wasted.
I noticed
True.
that you press Shift R.
That's why the full bolt function is good to set up on that hotkey, right? Because then you can
Right.
full bolt if it says your weapon is functioning normally and it's jammed, then you know how shit.
Right. I'm just so used to once I hear the click is gotta reload.
Yep. Cool.
Yeah, my first technique now is cock bolt every time I hear a click.
Yep.
Right. I'll get used to that then.
I guess it
I
just
don't know
sucks
if it
because
was
in real life you can tell the difference.
Yeah, obviously in real
You
life.
can feel the difference.
Also in game you can tell, right? If you want to know if you're jammed or out of ammo, if you Control S with your weapon out, Control S, when you're out of ammo, bolt will lock open.
Control S just makes me go down.
Yeah.
Sorry, Control A. Sorry, apologies.
Oh yeah, you can look on the other side of your gun. That's cute.
If
makes
your
you-
bolt
Control
is
says
forward,
oh, that was not bad.
Yeah, if your bolt is forward and you're clicking like you're out of ammo, that means it's jammed. If your bolt is actually locked open after you clicking, that means you're out of ammo.
I'm just gonna
But they
fucking
actually
hover
have
bolt
that
every time I-
animation.
Hey, you could just
Like,
play with
go
control
ahead
the
and aim
whole
up
time,
in the
right?
air. Just careful not to fucking hit anybody. You guys can fire off a mag now and see it lock open.
Shit, I jammed my gun. It didn't lock open.
Yeah.
Wow.
Alright. Okay, stay there, guys. Alright, ceasefire. Yep.
Hey, question / bug report.
Yep.
So I've been jammed since before I went down, and after I thought I cleared my jam, it's been telling like I try to attach my magazine, and it just like never attaches, and now I have no mags.
drop
it back
All
up,
my mags are
pick it
gone.
back up.
Yeah.
Slam your gun on the ground.
The old fashioned.
Yeah, that works.
Ah, were you the one I was hearing clicking the whole time? I thought that was
Yeah,
a fucking
I
audio
was here and
glitch.
I'm like, what the hell was
And you
that?
don't have any mags left?
Oh, now the magazine's attached.
Okay, do you
But
have
yeah,
any
I don't have any
magazines
more.
Okay, that's fine. We'll go rearm in a second. But yeah, if you guys ever encounter that issue where it's like your magazine never attaches again, just drop your weapon, pick it back up. Okay? Alright, any questions, comments, concerns, especially again, the new guys? Do you guys have any more points about the jamming mod or about... I assume that like everyone jammed at least once on the way over here.
Not about jamming, but I think we need to work on more on communication.
Yeah, I agree. There was a lot of times where I was trying to tell that third fire team was set, and no one would relay it, so I had to run all the way down to first fire team to
Yeah, I
scream
got
it over.
shot. I was relaying until I got shot. Sorry about that.
Okay, so guys, it's the responsibility of everyone in the squad and everyone in the fire team to communicate, okay? When orders are echoed, they need to be echoed all the way down to the end, right? We're in Vietnam, we don't have any communication radios that intercommunicate between the squad and the fire teams, meaning that all commands need to be passed via voice. So if the person at the end of the first fire team says something, it needs to be relayed all the way down to the end of the third fire team, alright? Without delay and as accurate as possible. So if the guy on the left says contact half left 50 meters, that needs to get all the way down to third fire team. That needs to be passed down the whole line. Okay? Stuff like that. So when you're bounding, it's important that everybody is saying set, not just the fire team leader. Everyone is saying set. It's important that when everyone is moving or covering, everyone is saying moving or covering. Okay? That's very, very important, guys. We can't forget that.
I think it's also important for the people that at the end of each fire team to also just repeat it, because they're the closest ones to the other fire teams.
Yeah.
They're like the mediators.
Well, I agree, but everyone should be.
Right. But I'm just saying it's extra important for them to also say it.
Yeah.
Right.
Now, what about moving? What about moving when jammed? So, like, I wouldn't feel comfortable if my gun is jammed and I have to move up, and let's say if I get into a new position, I won't be able to pull the trigger to suppress for my fellow squad and everybody else. So would I clear the jam, stay put, clear the jam, and then move,
Yes.
or okay?
Yeah, good question. So if you're in a jam, you're stuck in a jam and your weapon's jammed. If you're in a jam, again, communicate. First off, let your fire team leader know, fuck, my weapon's down, I'm jammed, or anything. Let him know that your gun is no longer operating. Alright, and you need to spend the time right now to fix it.
I know third team did that once. My gun went down, and it was our turn to keep moving forward. So I just said, "Go ahead, guys, and I'll catch up when you're stationary when I'm cleared this."
Yep. So even if it's the fire team leader, okay, the fire team needs to take the initiative, keep moving forward without the fire team leader while he's clearing the jam. Okay. I know it's scary when you don't have your big, strong fire team leader Marine hold your hand along the way. Alright? But seriously, guys, just take the initiative. You guys are really strong, even as like a 3-man fire team without a fire team leader, okay? You're always going to be stronger than the fucking enemy, because the enemy are weak, unorganized AI that shoot through bushes. Alright, I don't mean to be fucking meta, but like seriously. You guys have the fucking smarts, you're human brains, alright? So don't let the AI get the better of you, alright? And trust me, when you take these practices and face players with these practices, fuck, like you guys do amazing. I guarantee that you guys could swipe the floor with any fucking Vietnam unit that currently is on the market. Because you guys seem to just have this general higher level of training sort of sense about you guys. I'm not sure if that's put it into right words. You guys seem just generally more competent. I'm not sure why. You guys are just good. So can pat yourselves on the back about that. But yeah, any questions, comments, concerns further? I know we covered the jamming. I know we covered the bounding. Again, just quickly, if you are in a jam, if your weapon is jammed, make sure it's known. Your fire team needs to know that your weapon is down. Once your weapon is operational, just say I'm up, or my weapon's working, or I'm back. Okay? So let your fire team leader know that you've gone down. Let your fire team leader know that you're back up. Okay? And then continue the movement. If you are stuck, alright, and your weapon is not working, you do have my personal permission to not move forward with the move. If you need to sit back a little bit to fix your weapon, try to regroup with them as soon as you can. Don't get left behind, but at the same time, don't get pushing into machine gun fire with a non-working weapon. Okay?
Roger.
Cool. Alright, any other questions, comments, concerns?
Yeah, like I was saying earlier about the jamming thing before, you can press Shift R also to check if it's functioning normally.
That's correct. Yep. Like Shift R should be your default key. As soon as your weapon stops working, Shift R. If it says your weapon is functioning normally, oh shit, I'm out of ammo. You can also press Control A to check if that's the case.
Yeah, and then like if you are jammed, it will change the HUD into like it will show like what's the problem.
Yep, exactly.
Anyway, yeah, that's my TED talk.
Yep. Alright, any other questions, comments, concerns? No. Okay. Oh yes, one more.
Well, it's not game related, but I'm just letting you know me and the wife might lose power here in a second. We got the nurse on, so we
okay.
disconnect.
Okay. Thanks for letting us know, man. We'll keep track of that. Okay. Alright, we'll move on now to the stuff that Tony wants covered with the point men stuff. I apologize that the training is sort of running so late tonight because we had a late start. So we'll try and get this covered as soon as possible, and we'll try and go into the combat into the field to sort of utilize this stuff. So we won't move off. We'll just talk about it here while we're all grouped up. Just quickly with the point men stuff. The point men stuff is purely just sort of as designed by us to be sort of a lesson in how to move through the NAM without getting fucking killed so easily. Okay? Now some of this stuff is really basic, a lot of like pretty simple. I know, especially like the people here who are, you know, been in the military, they recognize these things like you know. But there's stuff that we do catch people doing these things in the field still. So you guys need to be like sort of spatially aware that this is happening. Okay? Yeomans is also in, so we'll get him teleported in a second. Unless he's here right now. Oh, he's here right now.
Sorry to be tardy to the party.
Tardy to the party, yeah, that's mentioned. Alright, yeah, just what you missed, Yeomans, is we went over fighting rushes and bounding and stuff like that. You can ask Galloway or Buchanan if you want to catch up on what we've missed later. So yeah, so now we're going to be covering that appointment stuff. So, just quickly, I'm going to be covering some obvious points for you guys, so that you guys are aware that this is something that happens, so that you can keep track of them in the field and sort of not make these mistakes. Okay? When you're moving through enemy area, it's very important to make sure that you keep cover and concealment wherever possible. Okay? Because obviously, if you're not in cover and you're not in concealment, you're going to get shot. Alright? You make yourself an obvious target. Okay? There are certain things that people do during this movement between cover and concealment that can get you easily shot as if you were in the open. Okay? One of these, for example, is when you're moving from cover to cover, and then instead of peeking around the cover, you peek it over the cover. Okay? If you're a VC sniper out there in the jungle, there's nothing more delicious than a Marine poking his steel pot over a fucking log for it to get shot right back off. Okay?
Yep.
Whenever you're in the jungle, try to peek around the left and right of cover instead of peeking obviously over the cover. Okay? It's simple shit like this that can actually save your life in combat scenarios. Alright? So, this trench here. Alright, there's a log on the trench. What you want to do is not be doing this. That's very liable to get your fucking headshot right off. Okay? And build a trench here that you can utilize. So you can peek around like this, peek around like this, and be a little bit less obvious. If you want to be even less obvious, you can also utilize the trench like this and stay as low as possible. Alright? This way you're concealed a lot by the grass, but you can still see a lot of the combat area that's going in front of you. Yep, so if you guys can't see what I'm doing right now, come around, check it out.
Yeah, get good eyes on fired mutants.
Okay, so again, you want to be peeking around the left and right of cover instead of over cover. Alright? And sometimes when you're in trench scenarios, you're going to have to peek over the cover like this.
Hey George.
So that's why it's
Appreciate
important to build your cover around trees like this and shit like that. This way, you're not sort of being the lone sort of sticking out point for the trench. Like at least this way that you're peeking around a tree or doing like concealment that you are doing on the trench. Okay? Alright, so what the fuck was that?
The fuck was that?
The cat's on my keyboard.
Is that butter? Alright, everyone gather around again, please.
Gather around.
Gather around the sergeant.
Alright.
Gather around me now.
Next point. Something that would have happened in this field here. It's very fucking hard to avoid, but this is something that you guys need to be aware of when you're hot micing. Yeah. When you're out in open sort of areas like this, when there's a lot of sort of just concealment and barely any cover, one important thing to remember is don't move to obvious positions. So there'll be times where there's clearings and there's bushes in these clearings, okay? We've seen a few times where individuals will run out into the field and behind a lonesome bush with fuck all cover and just be behind that bush, okay? Now, from the enemy's perspective, they just see a Marine run from a tree line into a bush and sit behind that lonesome bush, and they're like, oh, I wonder where he is. They obviously know that you're going to be in that lonesome bush, alright? And they're going to keep on shooting until you're dead, alright? So try not to move to obvious pieces of cover. I know it's a very hard thing to say and hard thing to demonstrate, but what you want to be doing is utilizing groups of cover, groups of bushes, and moving with your team instead of being out in the open and by yourself behind a lonesome bush. Again, it's a very hard thing to show and describe. But I guess if you all gather up on this trench here.
Gather on the trench, boys.
So just gather around the trench and look in this direction. There's more ground for me to utilize out here. But if you see me go from here, and I run to cover, and I run to here, guess where the fuck I am? Like, this single lonesome bush out here is going to be a very obvious shooting position for the enemy. And I'm not just saying that, like, you know, sometimes don't use the bushes, but like try not to make it as obvious that you are running to that lonesome bush, get spotted, and like they're just going to shoot around the bush until you're dead. Does that sort of make sense for any people?
Right, I got you.
Yeah.
All right. Does anyone have any questions, comments, concerns? Because that's the hardest one to describe. No. Okay. All right. Next thing. What is described as taking out the handkerchief. Don't do.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Don't take out things that are going to be obvious, white, and shiny in combat scenarios. So this can be as simple as like having a cigarette in your mouth in a combat scenario. All right. And I know I give you guys a lot of shit for that, and I know it's like haha, but yeah, I get it. All right. But I'm serious when I say in PvPs, I've seen people smoke cigarettes and I've shot their fucking faces off. Okay, this shit is deadly when you have like these white cigarettes and puffs of smoke coming out your face. When you're in a PvP scenario, I don't know why people were smoking in a PvP scenario. They just were, and they got fucking killed. All right. So speaking from personal experience, try to avoid taking any shiny objects or white objects on your face or your body or anything to try and avoid getting obviously shot in the field because you've got this white thing on your helmet. I know a lot of you guys have personalized helmets, and that's perfectly fine as long as they're blending with the terrain. That I don't mind if you're using cover and concealment correctly. Alright, but just keep in mind when you're doing that shit, right? So for example, if you're wearing a personalized helmet, here's a tip. When you're trying to peek around cover to try and spot enemies and stuff like that, you can always sling your helmet like this and peek around the cover. Alright? This way you take away all your personal items, giving yourself away, and you can also spot the enemies easily. Alright? So there's a little tip that you guys can use. Okay? So, next thing is rifle space. Okay? We don't have bayonets at the current moment, but we will get bayonets working again soon. When you have bayonets, alright, or even just with your normal rifles, you need to be aware of the rifle space that you're extending beyond your body. Okay? So when you guys are when you guys are hooked up behind trees and behind pieces of cover, you need to guys be very aware about how long your barrel is and how much you're sticking out. Okay? So for example, if you guys just turn around, I'll go behind this log that's behind you. When I got my rifle out, like this, watch out Flint, sorry. The first thing you guys are going to see when I round this corner is my rifle when I'm looking at like this. Okay? Same thing with the enemy. If they have an AK or something like that, the first thing you're going to see is the front of their AK. Right? When you're rounding corners, try to be aware of your rifle space. Check your corners, and you should be rounding corners like this. Okay? Checking your rifle space, making sure someone's got you covered, but you don't want to be rounding corners like this. For obvious reasons, number one, if there's a guy hiding there, you're going to get killed. Number two, if your rifle's extended out beyond the space there, he's going to see your rifle, get ready, and shoot you as soon as you round the corner. So watch your rifle space. Make sure that he's going to be the first thing. So the first thing he sees is you pointing at him. Does that sort of make sense for everybody here?
Roger.
Yeah.
Yeah? Cool. Alright. Another thing, talking loudly. Talking loudly is liable to get you killed in combat for obvious reasons. Number one, it's easy for the enemy to pinpoint your location. Number two, if they speak English, which surprise, surprise, some enemies do, they're going to realize what you're doing and predict that. Try not to say what you're going to be doing out loud for those two reasons. Okay? So when you're fire team leader, try to make sure that even if you're trying to yell to your fire team, you should be on lower volumes because your fire team should be echoing the command down. Right? You shouldn't have to yell so that everyone can hear you in combat because that's just going to get the enemies knowing what you're doing. Right? It's a hard thing to say and a hard thing to do, but practice makes perfect. If you guys start now and start echoing orders now, make sure that you guys are in the field, not yelling. That makes it so much harder for the enemy to predict what you're going to be doing. Alright, and less expecting, like for example, if you're going to do rushes forward, it's going to make it harder to do. Yeah? So, any questions, comments, concerns about the talking? Again, that's a really simple point. I feel like it's obvious, but I do need to say it so that people understand. No? Okay. Alright, I'm gonna get your attention turned back to the east if you can, guys.
Oh, I know, right? Such gays.
There's a little defilade behind me. Just stay over there. I'll yell over to you. There's a little defilade behind me there, okay? Now, there's two ways that you can exit that defilade. Alright? The smart way and the dumb way. Alright? I'm gonna pull my rifle out, and I'm gonna do the dumb way first.
This one's
The
important.
dumb way is gonna get me shot. The smart way, I'm gonna show you next, after that, is going to one that's gonna not get you shot. Alright, so I'm gonna be running over here. You guys, the enemy, you guys are covering. I'm gonna run down to this ditch.
Damn, it's a lot of us in one event.
Yep. And I'm gonna immediately stand back up and go for exactly where I went from. That's likely to get you shot, okay? When you go down, dive into the ditch, don't immediately run from the position that you dive down from, okay? Because they're gonna be watching that. Instead, what you should be doing, okay? I'm gonna be running down into the ditch. I'm gonna crawl to the left. I'm gonna be moving from this way. I'm moving from an unexpected angle.
I have
Okay?
a question real quick.
Yes.
Is this like how Arma AI genuinely works, or is this just fundamental?
No, this is something that Arma AI actually do. They will watch your previously seen position, and they will make it's harder to shoot you if you're moving from a different position. It is actually something that Arma AI actually do.
We've had times where the AI will shoot our old position after we fucking completely moved away.
Yep.
Okay.
So it is generally something that Arma AI can do. Yeah. They won't trace you through the ground unless they actually see you. Most of the time, it's kind of just through bushes. So, but this is like we're talking about ditches and sort of like small ravines like this, right? If you crawl through the ground, crawl through cover, they should be watching your previous position, not from where you're currently going to be going up. Again, it's a split-second difference to aim your gun from there to there, but a split-second difference can sometimes save your life in combat. It's all about split-second differences.
That's also the same thing with a group talking. AI can hear you.
Yeah, AI can hear you.
There's a dart, Doc.
Alright. Any questions, comments, concerns about that? No? Okay. Alright, can I have everyone gather up over here, please? Actually, no, stay where you are. Stay where you are. Can I have a fire team volunteer?
Yep.
Alright, bring it over.
Alright, first, let's go!
Alright, first what I want you to do is go ahead and let's find a nice little shell crater here. Yeah, come over here. I want you to do a 360 of the shell crater here.
360 here, guys.
360. Alright, everyone bring over your attention over here, guys, to the edge of the crater. Okay. Can anyone tell me why what they've currently got set up, is a bad thing to do?
Spacing.
Spacing, exactly. Right? Even when you're doing 360s, it's highly advised that you space the fuck out, because people sitting in this one little hole position here, even though they've got good covering, they've got fuck all spacing. One grenade or one mortar shell, all four of these guys are dead. That is a guarantee. Okay? So, Alan, go ahead and fix the spacing now. Show us what it looks like if you've got proper spacing.
Alright guys, let's get 360 on this crater, but let's get spacing, spread it out. Spacing.
I'd stay inside of the thing.
That's fine. If we're going to be like, if we're standing where you would be, that's fine. That's right. Take that into account. Alright, so yeah, they're still like in sort of one-ish position, but they're much more spaced out. If a grenade or a mortar shell lands, they're likely more to survive than they are to be all killed at one time. Okay? Now, Alan, can you get your fire team in line along the edge of the crater? Facing out to the east.
Alright, first, online on me, facing east. First,
Alright.
online, facing east.
And go ahead and do terrible spacing.
Terrible spacing. Like we
Yeah,
just
so-
were about to do anyway.
Yeah. Actually face it to the northeast, so just get in line.
Face
prone on the
northeast,
edge.
online, northeast first.
I think he's trying to see you.
Yeah, use the crater. Use the crater. So
Use
go
the crater,
prone in the
guys.
crater. Yeah.
Go prone.
Go prone. Go prone.
Go prone.
Yep. All right. Now crawl up to the edge.
Crawl up to the edge.
Okay. So now, normally, this isn't so bad. Right? You're getting a fire team online and you're engaging targets out here. Okay? But there's only one circumstance in which this is going to be a terrible thing. Hi, I'm an enemy machine gunner. All four of those guys are fucking dead. Right? Enfilading fire is a bitch. You need to be aware of this at all times. So when you're trying to move, make sure that you don't have all four people clumped up into one position for as least time as possible. This reduces the amount of enfilading fire that you're going to receive by an exponential amount because you guys are not going to be in this stupid position. So instead, what you want to do is space these guys out. So go ahead and fix like combat spacing 10 meters each.
Alright guys, combat spacing 10 meters each. Spread it out.
Spread out, spread out, spread it out, spread it out. Okay. Now they're in varying ground. They're at a distance from each other, and making enfilading fire much more harder to do. And because they're in sort of varying types of cover, you can't get it in the one spray. I'm sure a skilled machine gunner probably could still, but it's much, much, much harder to do. Okay? So even out here, when you're in this little shit position, try to keep spacing where you can, because combat spacing is going to be important for when enemy mortars and enemy machine guns are watching. Okay? Apologies for the really long lecture, but does that make sense?
Yes,
Any
sir.
questions?
Yep.
Alright. So, everyone regroup. I'm going to cover just two more things just quickly, rather than like wasting your time to show it. We'll jump into the combat. Actually, we're kind of getting to end time now. We might not have time to cover the patrol, so apologies. I don't know, we'll see.
If people want to stay, maybe we can ask.
Yeah, let's finish off the rest of the training and then yeah.
I'll just
and
cover
then
this
we'll
quickly.
deal with that later. Yep.
Yeah.
You're good.
So it's very important for point men in country, okay, to look at the ground that we're going through. Okay? There's two important factors that you're going to take into account, which is what is the ground that provides me cover and concealment, and what is the ground. Okay? Can anyone explain to me what the path of least resistance is?
It's like the easiest sort of path to walk through from what you're looking at. Like, you know, going up the least, going down the most.
Yeah. Okay. Gallo, were you going to say something? Yep. So, a good way to describe this is this ditch. Okay? The path of least resistance for this ditch would be down the center of the ditch. So, Buchanan, you're just going to walk down the center of this ditch, and when can you hop out of the ditch? Oh, he's going to throw his dart on the ground. He's going to walk through the center of the ditch. Yeah. Alright. He's walking through the path of least resistance right now. Okay? Go ahead and return. Stop, and turn around. Okay? When you're moving through the NARM, when you're moving along the path of least resistance as a point man, it's very good that you're keeping an eye out for that, but you need to avoid walking on the direct path of least resistance as much as possible. Can anyone tell me why that is?
Booby traps.
Booby traps, exactly. Alright, so the best way to move along the path of least resistance, like a ditch like this, or a valley, or a ravine, or whatever, okay, is to instead of moving directly along the center line of it, you're going to move along the edge. Okay? This way, you're keeping with the advantages of the terrain, but you're still not moving directly in the path of least resistance to avoid those booby traps. Okay? You would be surprised about how many times the booby traps are just in the mid, like sort of the center of the valley and shit like that, because they know the Americans like to walk along the center of trails and shit.
We have fragile ankles.
Now I know how to play trap.
So when you're moving, try to move like that, okay? Along the path of least resistance to the left or right of it. This way, you're moving through cover and concealment, keeping all the advantages without all the risk. keep in mind when you're doing this, as a point man, you're still looking out for traps. You're still looking out for booby traps, wires, whatever the fuck. Okay, and you're still most importantly looking out for enemy positions and enemy bunkers. All right, they are fairly easy to spot if you know what you're looking for. This is why the experienced people in the fire team, you guys should be taking point first. I know it's a fucking general thing that like haha in Vietnam we like to stick the boots on point because they're not on short time, you know what I mean? But that doesn't matter here, okay? I want experienced guys taking point first because they know what to look for. They're going to be the ones that save the lives of all the fucking new guys so they can learn. Because if they die on the first fucking day, they're not learning anything. Alright? So once the experienced guys, they know what to look for, the guys in the rear, being the newer guys, can get experience on what to look out for from the older guys, sorry, and then go from there, build their experience, and eventually they're going to be the experienced guys on point. Okay? Does anyone have any questions, comments, concerns about that?
Has anyone actually seen a trap at jogging pace, like the
Yes.
the punji traps?
I saw one. I saw one.
The
new
only time I've
punchies
ever
are
seen
hard
a
to
trap before it got stepped on was when we were like crawling up a hill.
Yep.
I saw one of those mortar traps where
Yeah,
they
if it's a
attach an
tripwire,
artillery
they're
shell
pretty
and shit.
easy to
Yeah,
see.
that was.
Yeah, I'm talking
So-
about the little 2-bush punji trap things.
Those ones are something else.
Let's go ahead. Let me go. Everyone gather up over here. I'll just place them on the ground so you know what to look for.
Gather up on Barton. He's gonna show
Trap
some traps.
recognition blast now, boys.
No. I'm not gonna go this.
No, I know.
Everyone here likes traps, right?
The fuck out of here.
Well, really?
No, it's not. Alright, so I'm going to place it in the ditch in front of us.
Are they hotline?
Okay.
That's the question.
You see that small little bush?
Where?
No. Oh, that.
That one.
That's
This small
almost
little bush that's
impossible.
moving.
Look at the weeds.
That bush that's moving. That's a punji trap.
That's
The
what they
weeds
look
you
like
take
now?
Don't step on it. Don't
Yeah.
step on
The
it.
weeds you take out the cracks in your driveway, right there.
What the?
Bro, how the fuck are you able to see that while you're in the jungle?
I'm gonna go ahead and
you're
let
not-
you know now. You're not gonna fucking see it in the
You're
jungle.
not
I'm gonna
supposed
go
to
ahead and tell
You're not
you
gonna
that
see
right
this in
now.
the grass.
Yeah, you're
Okay.
not supposed to.
This one?
That's
You're not
absurdity,
gonna see it.
dude.
You're only gonna see it if it's
I like
on a
this
road,
arrow.
really.
Yeah, who did?
Can I
Throw 'em the
test it
fucking
out?
toe pocket.
Okay.
Can I
Hold
walk
on,
on it?
No.
No.
Alright,
You just
so you
bombed
guys know, this is what the large one looks like.
Okay.
So it looks like
There's
Triangle.
a small
You're
antelope.
not
right there.
gonna fucking see this.
Oh,
You're not gonna see it in the grass, so. Alright? That's why it's important to look out for this in the sort of the trails and shit like that, okay? And then finally the whip trap, or the Malaysian gate. Bounce a little bit.
What?
You bit,
Whoa.
bro. Watch out.
Whoa.
It's
That
got
one's on
a
a
trip.
trip.
That one's on a
It's a little
street.
easier.
That one's
Nah!
way easier
This
to
one's
see.
got a tripwire, so it's a little bit easier to
Yeah,
spot.
tripwires are actually fairly.
Damn,
It's only
Mike
those
been trying to
two
connect the whole
punji
time?
traps. They're
What about the
fucking
toe poppers?
No,
impossible.
he's
Toe poppers
In and out.
are. You're probably not gonna see them unless you're looking for it because they're so tiny.
Let's go.
Yeah, I
Let's
know.
have a see
So you
traps.
kind of, if you're on a road, you better be looking.
He
at
just
the
now
ground
started
for the most
losing
part.
connection.
Okay, here we go.
It's not like size matters or anything, right?
Yeah, here they are. Mines and traps. Excellent. So this is what a toe pooper looks like.
A what now?
That little
Bounce
bounce
Watch out,
thing.
it's coming for you.
Huh?
Oh, God.
It fucking jumped back.
And there goes your toe.
Damn.
That actually made me jump in my chair. And I got that all on stream too.
Out of the fucking mine area.
There's a big ass arrow, like.
No, I know, but it's
The
no,
arrow's
it was
probably
like,
luring him, and he's just
yeah,
intrigued by it.
it wasn't at the mine area.
Body.
It was
Okay, anyway.
here.
That's an AP mine.
Oh,
That thing?
shit.
It's
Yep.
alive.
It
that's
looks
rock,
like a.
got rock.
Oh, I
It's
see.
kind of like a
Got it.
tiny Capri Sun.
Yeah.
That looks
Right,
like
we're
that looks
never
like
gonna
the
see these.
base game Arma mines. Like in the campaign.
You can see
Touch
that.
it. Do it.
You'll spot that.
Are you ready for more bouncing mines? Here we go.
Oh, is it the
boy.
giant 105?
That back is
Oh,
that's
sad.
easy.
Oh,
That's a
shit.
sad show, which
I mean,
looks
that's
like
pretty
a map,
easy to
actually,
spot.
when you put it down.
Oh.
Ooh.
See that one you'll spot. It's got a tripwire.
Oh, dude,
Yeah.
no wait.
Like I
Here's
said-
Ho Chi Minh still though. Show that one.
They cut out for anybody
Map
else.
looks like it.
Yeah. But yeah, anyway, these are things to look out for. On deployment, you're not going to spot these things on the jog, right? But that's why we want to try when we can. Okay, when we're moving through enemy area, it's important that we're going to try to take it at a slow pace. Okay, don't be afraid to go slow, right? If the mission doesn't get completed at the end of it because we didn't make time, right? It's better than everyone being dead from a trap. I'm just going to say that now, alright? When we go into these 67 campaigns, alright, we're not sure how many traps we're going to encounter. We know about traps now, right? Compared to 65, we didn't really know about the traps. And so a lot of people got caught out by them. So, for all the new guys and the old guys, any questions, comments, concerns, or the final time about the booby traps or anything like that?
Pardon? How did you disarm them?
You don't.
Alright.
Okay? Leave that for the engineers. Mark it on your map and get around it.
Thanks for showing up, man.
Oh yeah, the flare trap? Sure, I'll show them the flare trap.
It's set.
Oh.
Alright, let's go. Flare time.
Yeah, I'm dead.
It's not very good outside of.
Is that it?
Okay, why am I the one hurt?
No, someone died.
Barden.
Yeah.
Someone died.
That was
Barden,
supposed to be a flare?
Oh yeah.
That's a powerful flare.
Hey, Barden, what about the artillery trap one?
No.
Get away.
Remember someone stepped on that in the.
Yep.
Floating trap.
They wiped 5 dudes out.
Alright, I'm just going to quickly make sure that everyone steps like 5 meters more back.
Step back.
Give me 1 second, please.
Okay? This is what the shell looks like.
Everybody go far away, and I'll show you.
Yeah, somebody come help build this
Hey,
really
Barden,
quick.
show a demonstration.
No. Alright, anyway, that's it. Any questions, comments, concerns, guys? No? Yes? Okay. Now, apologies, guys, we went over time today. We can go on a small patrol, but I do want to just make sure everyone, like, this is the stopping point, because we've been 2 hours now. If anyone wants to leave, they can do. We'll go on a quick patrol, like 30 minutes, and we'll try and learn and apply the stuff that we learned today.
I have to run.
Yeah,
You
everyone,
guys on
actually, no.
Thursday?
Anyone that's going to stay, just go ahead, go behind me. Anyone that's going to disconnect, thank you very much for coming.
Alright guys, hopping off for the night. Hope you did enjoy that. That was week 1 of training cycle between, we just finished up Operation Starlight last weekend. So we're on a 2-week training rotation because we are changing up our equipment. So we're now on the XM16E1s and rather than the old M14. I wish I still had my M14. So next weekend we're going to be updating all that. So do hope you enjoyed that. There's some pretty good elements of training in there as well as a nice little jump scare. So hope you guys had a good night and stick around for tomorrow's for the 3rd Imperial Operations Command and their mission. Till then.